All right, good evening, everyone. How has your day been? Hello, good evening, everyone. Confirm if you can hear me clearly, please. All right, it's been a while, right? Yeah, Temitope, missed you too. Miss you guys all. So, how has it been for the past 2 weeks? Yeah, thank you. Aderonke, thank you. Alayemi, Queen Esther, thank you. Yeah, good evening once again. Welcome to class this evening. I'm sure you've enjoyed the past 2 weeks with my very um, esteemed colleague. Yeah, my day was fine. Joy, thank you. Yeah, Juliet, I miss you guys too. Miss all of you. But incidentally, I've been joining your classes. Yeah, Juliet, most times I just breeze in and then I breeze out. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. TLC, thank you. Welcome to class. Would wait for some minutes for some other people to join. Yeah, thank you, Esther. Thank you. Good to hear from you guys again. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my day went well. Obi-Wan. All right, so let's wait for. Yeah, thank you, Happiness, Peace. Thank you. Welcome to class as well. Thank you, Miracle. Miss you guys too. Yeah, thank you, Pemilerin. Thank you. Welcome everyone. Let's wait for so how has it been for the past 2 weeks? Um I'm sure it has been so good, right? You've learned a lot of things and I've been somewhere watching and listening at the same time. Yeah, I'm sure it's been a very fantastic time with my boss. All right, so we'll wait for 2 more minutes. We'll be starting up in about 2 minutes time, so others could join. Yeah, it's good. Abigail, thanks. Keziah, good evening. Yeah, thank you. All right, while we wait for others to join, can someone just run me through what you've been taught for the past 2 weeks? Can we just do a recap? Yeah, let's just do a recap for the past 2 weeks class you had. So who can remind us of the topic that was taught yeah, week 3 topic. Yeah, security policies and compliance, as GRC. All right. Thank you very much, Caroline. It has been impactful. All right, that's good. Operating system. Yeah, it was operating system that turned you guys off, right? A lot of you couldn't download or install your virtual machines. Compliance framework, incident response. We did a little hands-on on operating systems. Okay, good. Incident reports planning. Very good. Security policies and compliance. All right. Okay. Someone said she has her VMware. That's fantastic. Well done. Good. All right. Malware prevention and removal. All right. Okay. All right. So how many of us were able to install the virtual box? Okay. Security. Yeah, that was for last week, right? Compliance framework. Good. Yeah, malware prevention. That was a week before last. Yeah. I was unable to install NDPR. Okay, that's for Nigeria. Okay, GDPR. All right. So happiness, can you differentiate between NDPR and GDPR? All right. On your query, I installed. Very good. That's fantastic. Oh, all right. Joy said she has installed. Obi-Wan said she couldn't. Jesubemi Sola said she has. All right. Okay. Okay. Joy said she had installed VMware Workstation. That's good to hear. All right. Titilayo. All right. A lot of people are yet to install, but that notwithstanding, we'll find a way of wrapping our heads around today's topic, and we'll just do a little hands-on outside the VM box, our virtual box, and then we'll just find a little way to run around and then get things going. All right, thank you very much for um, your responses here. Thank you so much. I'm sure the class has been exciting, it has been impactful. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Thank you for following up. All right, so without wasting much of our time, we'll be going straight up to the business of today. All right. For those that are joining for I'm not sure anyone is joining for the first time, but for those that didn't join my class, my name is Peace, right? And I'm one of your facilitators for cybersecurity. Okay, so today we'll be looking at, thank you, everyone. So yeah, thank you so much. Okay, let's stop for now. Let's just stop and then concentrate more on what we have for today. All right, let's concentrate and then let's start. Today, we'll be looking at cryptography basics, the concepts of cryptography, and generally the basics, what you should know about cryptography. So before I go ahead, does anybody has a knowledge of what cryptography is? Okay, Richards, she said she can't hear anything. Please, can someone else hear me? Please, please confirm if you can hear me. Someone just said she can't hear me. Oh, wow. So, what's that? Oh, all right. Someone said, all right. So, please check from your ends. I think I should be audible enough. Can you hear me clearly now? Okay, thank you very much, Fikayo. All right, thank you so much. So let's go ahead. I asked a question. We'll be using just a minute to attend to that. Can someone tell me, or does anybody has an idea of what cryptography is? Or all right, so just drop it on the chat section. So what is cryptography? Does any okay? Modupes just dropped one here. Cryptography is the transforming of plain text into ciphertext to avoid unauthorized access. Beautiful. Thank you very much. All right. Praise also said it is a process of coding and information, so it's only the person it is intended for that can be able to read or access it. Thank you so much. Praise. Yep. Adebiyi, cryptography has to do with encryption and decryption. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Play corner, Nexus play corner. Cryptography deals with securing data to avoid unwanted access. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. All right. All right. That's good. It's interesting to know that most of you. I should buy it. Okay, so thank you so much. It's all right. So I think most of us have the knowledge of what cryptography is. Okay. Has anyone tried encrypting a file or encrypting an email? Yeah, I have so many responses here, so many answers, and they are all correct. So now, yeah, I asked the question, has anyone tried encrypting a data, a file, or an email? Yes or no? From those that answered yes, no, yes or no, 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 no. Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. Thank you, Timmy Topper. Beautiful. All right. Thank you so much. So let's start. All right. Okay. So we have a lot of no, no, no. All right. That's fine. So let's concentrate. We are about to kick off. Okay. I'm seeing a yes here. I'm seeing so many no. All right, so let's concentrate. I'm done. I won't respond any longer for now. Oh, oh, that's beautiful. Jesubemi Sola has EFS on her Windows. Yeah. On the okay. Oh, beautiful. That's right. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue, please. Right. So we'll be looking at definition of cryptography and why cryptography, right? The basic cryptography concepts you should know, okay? And then we'll be looking at symmetric and asymmetric encryption, and then we'll touch a little of hashing today. Okay, so let's just concentrate and forget about the chat box for now, so you would really get a whole lot today. All right, so these are what we'll be looking at today: definition of cryptography, why cryptography, that is the purposes of cryptography, basic cryptography concepts that could be useful, and then symmetric and asymmetric encryption, and then hashing. Okay, now what is cryptography? As we've rightly answered, cryptography is a technique used to secure information by transforming it into an unintelligible format It involves using mathematical algorithms and techniques to encode data files, you know, ensuring that only those with the proper decryption key can decrypt it to a readable format. Okay, just like a lot of us answered correctly, it is an act of turning readable files or data or information into forms that wouldn't make meaning to anyone that is reading it. So for instance, you have peace. Let's take peace as a password, right? Is a data good. And then I don't want Jesu be me. Am I right? All right. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, I don't want Gladys. I don't want Aminat to gain access or to be able to read out the meaning of that password. I would need to translate peace, which is a password, into format that no one has the let me say no one could read meaning into it except if a key is given, and that key that would be given or shared would be like a key that would now translate that unintelligible format into a readable format. Okay, so now what that simply means is most times when we talk of an encryption or when we talk of encryption and decryption, what comes to our mind is how do we go about this, right? How do we really relate this in our life scenarios? How do we carry out this, and how do we get keys? How do I generate a key to encrypt? How do I also get a key to decrypt? That is, when you're encrypting, it means the plain text or the ordinary text is being translated into formats that wouldn't make sense. Okay, and then for that particular information to make sense or to be reason or to be readable, a key has to be sent. All right, and then once that key is used, then whatever the data is could be readable. All right, so that's it about cryptography. So now, why cryptography? Why cryptography? I'm sure you should also bear in mind that we are discussing cryptography because we are talking about cyber security, right? So all of this is to secure um, communication, is to secure information from unauthorized access. Okay, so cryptography, why should your data um, go through all of this? I'm sure in your previous class, Mr. Emmanuel was able to take you through creating users, right? Um, Using one system, probably you're using your office system, and then you're not the only user using that particular system. Okay, I'm sure he had taught you how to create users, create accounts, multiple accounts and all of that. So for instance, you have three users using a particular system. Okay, maybe you work on a shift. Someone comes in the morning and leaves by 2, and someone takes over and all of that, and so all of you use the same system, but you log in as different users. Okay, so and perhaps you have this very sensitive information or sensitive data that you wouldn't want someone else to access. All right, how do you do this? Is why and how cryptography comes to play. Okay, so you have more than one user using a system, and you have sensitive data, sensitive information that is just particular to you. So how do you keep this file safe? How sure are you that this file is still what it should be? So that is why we are talking about cryptography. And good enough, um, by before the end of this class, we'll be able to do one or two hands-on on you know, carrying out this exercise. Okay, so why cryptography? One, confidentiality, as I just said. You might not be the only one using your system. You want to ensure that sensitive information remain private to you. Okay, you have multiple users using a particular system, and then you have sensitive information. You need this information to be confidential. So that is why you should know about cryptography. It also allows us to communicate securely over open networks like the internet without fear of eavesdropping. Can someone remember eavesdropping and just tell us briefly what it means? Yeah, eavesdropping, eavesdropping. Can someone remind us what it is all about? Spyware. All right. That's Onyekwere Miracle. Thank you, spyware. Yep. Yeah, eavesdropping. All right, let's forge ahead. When communications are passed between two parties and without their knowledge, someone is there, picking sensitive information and then they wouldn't know. Or when data is passed across, someone is there. Yeah, thank you very much, Florence Man in the middle. Thank you so much. Exactly. All right. So I was just trying to let us go forge ahead. Okay. So that is why cryptography is very, very important. Okay. You have file sensitive information that should remain private to you. And most of us are just naive because you feel you have a very close friend in the office or at home or anywhere, and please, can I make use of your system? Sure, sure, sure. You know the password. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then that's all. And then you wouldn't know what he or she is doing on your system. But if some of your sensitive files, like if you have multiple accounts, like, yeah, you have multiple accounts and you have strong passwords that you might not remember, you should have a file, right, that like houses all of your password and your username, so that whenever you open that file, you know that yes, this password is for this username or for this account or for the other account. So these are your sensitive information. I'm just using that as an example. And then also integrity. Cryptography methods verify that data has not been altered during transmission or storage. Okay, it detects any unauthorized modifications. All right, so these are why cryptography is very, very important. Okay, so any question? Do we have any question for now? Thank you very much, Bukola Modi. A third party having unauthorized access to your information without your knowledge. Thank you very much. So, do we have any question? Any questions, please? Okay, thank you. All right, thank you so much. So we can now go ahead. Another reason for cryptography is for authentication. Cryptography helps confirm the identity of users, devices, or systems. It prevents impersonation and ensures trust. All right. And then we have non repudiation. Cryptography provides evidence that a message was indeed sent by a specific sender. preventing denial of communication. All right. All right. So now here are the basic concepts of cryptography. One, we have the plain text, which is the original text, our readable messages or files or data or information. We call them plain text. They are plain because we can read them. You can read meaning into whatever you're seeing or you're reading. Okay. Then we have the ciphertext. The ciphertext is the encrypted form of the plain text. All right. So when when the plain text is not readable, is unreadable, doesn't make sense any longer. It's no longer a plain text, but now is a cipher text. Okay. Then we also have the encryption. It is the process of converting plain text into cipher text. So before your plain text could be turned into a cipher text, there is a process that must take place, which is called encryption. So the process of converting your plain text, the process of converting, let's say, peace, PEACE, into um z hash at 1BL whatever, right? So the process of converting your plain text into unreadable formats, unreadable text, is what we call encryption. The process of converting plain text into ciphertext using, please take note of this, using an encryption algorithm and a secret key. So there must be an algorithm in place and also a secret key. All right. Then decryption is now the reverse process, that is converting the ciphertext back to plain text using the same secret key or using the same key. All right, so I would want to explain further. For instance, I have this information I would want to pass to Nina, and I wouldn't want, because maybe probably I'm not sure of how secured our network is, right? Or it's a secret that has to be between myself and Nina. All right. So now I want to pass this message across to her. Then I'll prepare this message or this data in plain text, and then the process of me not wanting even Nina to just see that message the way it is what we call encryption. I will now encrypt it from my own side using a key, and then I will send it to her. All right. And then when the recipient, Nina, gets this information or this message or the file or the data or whatever it could be, she needs to understand the meaning. She needs to understand the message. She needs to understand the content of the file. All right. Then she has to do a reverse process, which is called the decryption. And at this point, you can't not just maybe click and then it opens. There are keys that should be used for that process to take place. All right. So encryption, decryption, ciphertext, plain text, these are the basic concepts you should have in mind. Why am I doing this? I want to turn my plain text into a ciphertext, right? How do I go about it? It means I need to carry out encryption. So the process at which you are trying to you turn the plain text into unreadable form is what we call encryption. And then when the recipient needs to read meaning or needs to read, have an understanding It's now what we call decryption, the process of reversing those ciphertexts into plain text is what we call decryption. Hope is clear. Right. So now I have this diagram here. I can't see the diagram. Basic concepts, all right. Yeah, exactly. Coded, very clear. Thank you. So I can't see can you see a diagram? I can't see it from okay, thank you. All right, thank you very much. Now this is a simple in a diagrammatic form of what I just explained. Now you all right, now you can see we have the sender here, right? And then this is the plain text. Then encryption takes place with either the public key, sorry, okay? That's the key you use in locking your plain text. All right. And then here now, if you look closely, the plain text has no sign of padlock on it. Okay, so it is plain. All right. So now after the encryption, after the process of encrypting, you look at the plain text now, because the plain text is this paper sign. You can see we have three of them. All right. Then the encryption here is you had locked it, this plain and text, you had locked it, and then now the text is now carrying a padlock. All right. Can we all see that? It's now carrying a padlock. And then how did you achieve this? You achieved it by using a public key. All right. And then you sent this encrypted text to Nina. All right. So here we have the recipient. And so how would the recipient now get um, an understanding of what this text is all about? It means that there has to be decryption. So there is a private key that was sent to Nina, right? And then she had to use the private key to open the padlock. And now you now have your plain text, and then the recipient can now read meaning into the information. Okay, so now someone might be asking, these keys I'm talking about, what are they? I'm talking of public key, I'm talking of private key, special keys, and all of that. You don't need to worry. So we have here, what is a cryptographic key? Yeah, these keys we're talking about, the public key, the private key, what are they all about? So here we have, they are like secret codes. Someone just wrote down codes here. They are like secret codes used to lock and unlock data. All right. They help turn readable information into scrambled, unreadable data, right? And then back into readable form when needed. So these are what these keys, um, these are their functions, okay? The first of all, turn this plain text, the lock it into forms that cannot be readable. They are scrambled, you can't find meaning into them and all of that. And then when you need to read them, you now use the key to open the padlock. So think of them as special passwords that make sure only the right people can access the information. So please, before I go ahead, because I want us to do something very practical at this point, okay? Yep, I would want us to do something very practical. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email address? Yep. How many of us have more than one email add Hello, class. So if you have more than one email address, you could just do a thumbs up or no. Yeah. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, please, I want to be sure. Okay, all right. Please indicate because I would want us to do something right. And I would want you to be very careful about what you're about doing. All right. So please indicate so I would know if you have more than one email address before we start up. All right. Okay. Now we had just talked about cryptographic keys. All right. Okay, I'll give us 7:38 Nigerian time to just indicate so I would know if I have a whole lot following me, and hope they are active. Oh. All right, so one more minute. If you know you have more than one email address, because you'll be using one to send um an encrypted data or mail to the other. I wouldn't want you to do it outside your. All right. All right. Thank you very much. Once it's 7:38, then we'll start. All right. Oh, okay. So you that don't have, you could just pay attention because I would want us to do a hands-on. Okay. I'm sorry about that. Sorry. I think I would have asked you to do that before I go into this session. I don't have. What do you think, guys? During our break, can you quickly create another email for those that have just one? All right, for those that don't have more than one, yeah, I need your consent about what I just said. Can you just quickly create one for those that don't have? Can you quickly create one during our break session? When we'll be having our break. Yeah, I think that's fine, right? So for those that don't have, once we go on break, and let me take a hold on what I want to do at this point. So maybe when we come back, so that everyone would be part of this. All right. So for those that don't have, try creating one more email address. All right. So we'll use one to send an encrypted mail to the other. Okay, so we would have a clearer understanding. Okay, so I was thinking most of us have. All right, thank you very much. Thanks. Okay, all right, so we have types of cryptography. Oh, thank you so much for those that have more than two, some have more than one. All right, so um okay, let's bring it down. Just make sure you have more than one email address. When we come back, we'll encrypt a mail and then you will send it to your second mail and then we'll see how it goes. All right. So let's continue. Let's continue. Thank you very much. Any question, please, before I go ahead? Any question? Okay, I said, sorry, if you don't have more than one email address, Joy, if you don't have more than one email address, during the break, we'll be going on a short break. Joy, are you with me? So we'll be going on a short break, right? Usually, um, if you don't have more than one email address, I suggest you create one during the break because we would want to do this um, aspect of cryptography practical. We want to do a hands-on. All right. Okay, Joy. All right, that's fine. So now let's go ahead. I wanted to throw more light on these keys, but I want everyone to be carried along. Okay. Thank you. For those that have more than two, let's go ahead. Now, any question? Any question, please? All right. Faith Ozioma asked, "How do we do the encryption?" That is why I want us to, and we're going to encrypt our mail, and we're also going to encrypt a file on your Windows. All right. So I would want us to start with that of the mail, sending email and all of that. So and then we would now you now do it yourself and then see how it works. All right. So that is why I'm asking. Oh, sorry, please, Faith Ozioma. That is what I'm trying to say. Just calm down, Faith, calm down. You said, how do we do the encryption, ma'am? So I said, when we come back from our break, I wanted us to carry out one hands-on right away. So but I noticed some people don't have more than one email address. So I asked them to create another email address, and then when we come back we'll now do the encryption. All right. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Oluwafikumi, sorry if I don't pronounce your name well. Just try and create one more email address. Okay, just create one more email address, please. Yes, yeah, I'll teach you guys how to do that. All right. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead, please. Let's continue with our class. Any question, please? Okay, Nina, can this be done with our phones? Uh, it's like you're not on your system as it is. And let's see how it goes. Okay, no questions. All right, so let's go ahead. Types of cryptography. I would want you to pay rapt attention to this because when we will be doing our hands on, I would ask a question that I would give some minutes for you to answer on your LMS. So during the hands on, you need to know which of the types of cryptography we actually carried out. Okay, so I would want you to pay rapt attention to this particular session. Okay, so now we have symmetric cryptography, sorry, and we also have asymmetric cryptography. For the symmetric cryptography, ooh, okay, so sorry, I need to answer this question. Jane, what was your question? Sorry, you said I didn't answer your question. What was your question? Please, Ma, can you explain cryptography? Okay, I said cryptography is the process of hello, are you with me? Hello. Okay, someone said what is cryptography, right? Okay, it is the process of hiding information so that only persons or hiding information so that only persons that are intended to read the information gain access to that particular information. So that is just it in summary. It is just a common way of coding information, that is hiding information using human unreadable forms, so that only those people that are intended to read that information can gain access to that information. All right. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Usually I don't use phones for all of this. So but maybe when we start, you just look out for the features if you can find them on your phone, and then we'll go ahead. So encryption, okay. Oluwaseyi Jane said the meaning of encryption algorithm. Encryption, these are algorithms. These are mathematical methods. I don't want us to go deep into algorithms, right? Because some are not computer science students, some are not IT students, like in quotes, right? So algorithms usually are mathematical steps or procedures that have a particular aim. So for encryption algorithm, there are mathematical steps, mathematical procedures that are used to make sure that plain texts are converted into human unreadable form. There are a lot of algorithms that carry out those functions. We have the DES, we have the RSA. All of these are algorithms, right, that carry out the process of converting, right? They are mathematical processes that carry out conversion of plain text into ciphertext. So if you understand what ciphertexts are, you would understand that this encryption algorithm are the processes or the steps that perform all of this encryption process. All right. So please, can we go ahead? Any more questions? Okay, thank you. So let's go ahead. I talked of types of cryptography, and I want you to pay rapt attention to this, okay? Because when we'll be doing our hands on, I would also ask questions on which methods or types of cryptography we used. Okay, so symmetric cryptography. In symmetric cryptography, a single secret key, remember we talked of cryptographic key, right? This key is used, we have a single key in this case, is used to encrypt and also decrypt. So it means if you want your plain text to be locked, that is to be converted to ciphertext, you have a key that achieves that. And then at the same time, you want to decrypt the same information that was encrypted by that same key. You need to use the same key that you used in converting the texts, right, into ciphertext back to plain text. So this symmetric cryptography is using one key, right? You're using one key to lock, and you're using the same key to unlock. All right. So let's take our usual day-to-day activity. You want to lock your door. If you lock it inside, someone has to use the same key. For instance, if you locked yourself inside your house or your room, okay, you mistakenly locked yourself. Let's take it at that. And then you need someone to help you out, okay? You need someone to open the door. That person wouldn't go to her room, get her own key to come and unlock your door, unless if your lock has an issue. All right. So it has to be the same key that you used in locking yourself. Or for instance, you locked your key in your car. Okay. if you're driving a Mercedes Benz and you locked your key in your car, for instance, you're in the haste and you just slammed your door and all of that, and your key was inside. You wouldn't use a Toyota car key, all right, to open the Mercedes car. Am I right? Yes, I am. So that is what symmetric cryptography is all about. You have to use the same key you used in locking the information or the file or the data. You have to use the same key to unlock it, that is to decrypt it. All right. Okay. Now, examples of this symmetric cryptography algorithm. Here we have the data encryption standard, which is the DES, and the advanced encryption standard, which is the AES. It is fast and efficient, but requires secure key distribution. All right. So I want you to take note of that. Sorry, your screen is, oh, sorry. So what could have been the cause? It's been clear all of the while I started. Yeah, I can notice it. Oh, sorry. Someone said my volume has dropped. Can you hear me clearly now? Oh, what do I do about this? Okay. Yeah, it should be the network. Yeah. Okay, now, so for the asymmetric cryptography, right? For the asymmetric cryptography, now we have what we call the public key cryptography. You call it asymmetric or the public key, right? So now asymmetric cryptography um, uses a pair of keys, a public key for encryption and a private key for decryption. Okay, and then let me use this as an example. The public key can be found in just a pool of database where these keys are dropped. You can use any of these keys to encrypt, right? But for decrypting, that is, you want that particular information that was encrypted to now be converted back to plain text. There must be a private key. This time around, it is not public. Not everyone has the key. Okay, not everyone has the key. So asymmetric algorithm, we have the RSA, we have the ECC. These are common algorithms for asymmetric, and they provide secure key exchange and digital signatures. When we'll be talking about digital signatures, um, you would understand better because it's part of what we'll be looking at. Okay, so before we go on our break, I'm going to do a rundown of what we did. We talked about um, encryption, right? And we asked why encryption. We talked of encryption, what encryption is, and then we talked of why encryption. Encryption involves using mathematical algorithm, and you should know that. You should also bear that in mind. But that doesn't mean we're going to solve maths. All right. So for those of you that are a bit skeptical about mathematics, it doesn't mean we are solving maths today. All right. So, cryptography is a technique used to secure information by transforming it into unintelligible formats. All right. And then we said, why is it important? I said, if you're not, even if you're the only person using your system, most times it's very, very important. It's very necessary you encrypt some data, right? Encrypt some information. Okay, so one, we say for confidentiality, Integrity, you want to be sure that sensitive data remain private to you. That's for confidentiality. And then integrity, the data remains unaltered, right? It remains the way it should be during transmission until it gets to the authorized recipient. And then authentication, to confirm that yes, this information I'm sending is going to the person that needs to have it. All right. And then we have here non repudiation, in a situation whereby nobody can deny that this communication didn't happen or didn't take place. So these are why cryptography is very important. And also, we talked of the basic concepts, which is the plain text, the original text, your English text, whatever language you know you can read, right? The original readable message or data or file. All right. So, one, you should know which is plain text, and then the ciphertext is when this plain text has been encrypted into human unreadable formats. Okay, so that is when you say you now have a ciphertext. And then when you want to you want to reverse back your ciphertext back to your plain text, then now we talk about the decryption. So encryption, decryption, ciphertext, and plain text. These are the things you should wrap your head around and always remember. All right. So now I just showed this picture for you to know that plain texts are without padlock sign, and then when it's decrypted, the sign goes off. And then we talked of these keys we are talking about. We have the secret keys and the public keys, all right? And then we said the cryptographic keys are like secret codes, okay? Now, these keys will allow you lock your information or convert them to unreadable formats and then back to readable formats. So these are the functions of these cryptographic keys: encrypting the data, that is scrambling data or information into unreadable formats, and then converting it back to readable formats. There are keys that are um, responsible for that. All right. And then we have types of cryptography. We have the symmetric cryptography and the asymmetric cryptography. For the symmetric cryptography, you use one key that is both for encryption and for decryption. That's the word we'll be using. So you need to get used to the word encryption and decryption. And then for the asymmetric cryptography, you need two keys: a different key for encryption and also a separate key for decryption. All right. So I think with this, sorry, Florence, someone is not feeling well. Oh, sorry, please. Please get well soon. Okay, Florence as well. Get well soon. All right, so I think at this point, I would want you to, because I'm sure I'll be going for a break. And please, when we come back, make sure, okay, make sure if you don't have more than one email address, create one. All right. Any questions for now? Any questions for now? Okay, so all right. As you create your for those that don't have more than one email, just do well to create your another email. And then for those that have more than one email, I would want you to create a file for easy access. Just let it be on your desktop, and then just a file that you know is not a serious file, all right? Just something you could just play around with. And then just let it be handy, and then we'll come back. Thank you. See you after the break. Florence, get well. See you after the break, guys. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Yeah, we are back. Hi, guys. Please, we are back. Yeah, thank you. Let's see. Bienvenue. All right, so please, can we go ahead? For those that yeah, you're welcome back, guys. Yeah, for those ladies that don't have more than one, were you able to create um one extra? Were you able to create? Okay, so oh, that's fine. Osimen, that's all right. That's beautiful. Okay, so please, I want all of us to pay attention. I would want you to create. I would want you to encrypt. Okay, fine. It's all right. It's fine. I would want you to encrypt an email and then send to. If you're using Gmail, okay, so we are good to go, right? If you're using a Gmail, I would want you to open your Gmail, yeah, and go to compose. Yes, I don't know why, but can you hear me? I think the fault is from them. Yeah, mine too is showing same. Be right back. Yep. Okay, Aminat said, ask the question. Ma, what's the difference between symmetric cryptography and asymmetric? Okay, for symmetric, one key is used, right, to decrypt, that is to lock or to convert those plain texts to ciphertext, right? One key is needed to do that. Then for the asymmetric, um, two separate keys are used for encryption, that is converting the plain text into ciphertext and then back to plain text. So when you're converting a plain text into ciphertext, you need a key, which is called the public key. And then when you need the plain text, that is, you need the ciphertext to be converted back to readable form, right? You need a separate key, which is now called the secret key. So that is the difference, right? I don't know why my screen is not showing, but just confirm you can hear me. I mean, that's trust I've answered your question. So please confirm you can hear me, so we'll just start up the answer. Okay, so for those using Gmail, I would want you to go to compose, right? Okay, compose. Compose, then I want you to just your normal you're sending this mail to another email address. So just do that, and then let me be sure you've done that. Compose uh, an email. Okay, so just compose an email. Just go to, if you're using a Gmail, compose an email. Go to your compose, click on compose. We all know how to do that, right? Okay, so just compose. Then write your email as normal. Normally you would. Are we together? Uh, my teaching assistants, I hope you help me out. So have we all done that? If we have composed if you had composed your email, just write done. Just chat me up. Done. Let me know. Go to Gmail, compose your email, send it to yourself or someone you know you can gain access immediately. Either to your, yeah, fine. So you see, good, it's all right. Okay, so please, if you've done that, I want us to indicate. Okay, all right. Is that all? Just compose an email. Okay, Benjamin, Lois, not yet. It's not difficult. So I'll give you. Oh, thank God he's back. Okay, so a lot of us have done that. Then go to the bottom of the compose window, the bottom. Look for a lock icon there. You see a lock icon. Yeah, look for a lock icon. Who sent? Your Bemisola, have you sent already? Just compose. Don't send yet. Don't send yet. Just compose it. Just compose and then go down at the bottom of the compose button. You'll see a lock icon there. If you have seen a lock icon there, just indicates. You'll see a lock icon, a padlock, like something. Yeah, it's written toggle confidential mode. Yeah, it's down below, just at the bottom, right? Yeah, have you seen that? Adeshola, just look down. Yeah, toggle confidential mode. Exactly, that is what you'd see. Yeah, you'll see a lock icon there. Okay, so it's just a very simple way of doing that. Have we all seen that, please? Okay. Below. Okay, sorry, below. Sorry. I don't know if it's below or below. Okay, go down. Just go down, do your dot compose the recipient's address, and then all right. So then sites and expiration. Yeah, toggle confidential, exactly. So now there's a setting there. I want you to click on that and then go to the setting. The default setting should be 1 week, right? Yes. Please, are we together? I didn't see any padlock, ma. Okay, just look down, right? Look down. Yeah, the default expiration is 1 week. So if you're at that point, it means you're getting it. So, but I would want you to change it to 1 day, just a day. Yeah, the default is 1 week. Oh, so sorry about that. So sorry, Adebi. Sorry. Set expiration. Yeah, the default is 1 week, but I would want you to click on just 1 day. Just click on 1 day. And what's the next step? If you select SMS passcode, right? So are we done? Are we there? Usang, sorry about that. What's the issue? So please, can we hold on for those that are not yet at this level? Please, what's the issue? This is very simple. This is a very simple. Normally, we're supposed to generate, if we all had our virtual box, right? We're supposed to do it using our um, GPG. But since we don't have it, I just want you to just have a clip of what it looks like. All right. So, who is not at this point, please? All right. We are all there. Not attached file. You don't need to attach, or if you want to attach file, very good. You could just attach a file. You could attach a file, you could just compose yours, and that's all. All right, so now the next thing you should do is, if you select SMS passcode, if you select no SMS passcode, it means the person wouldn't be able to copy, wouldn't be able to download, and wouldn't be able to forward that message, that email. Okay, so it's just you're sending it, the person could just view it. All right, like just a read only kind of file. But are if you check on the SMS passcode, which is what I want us to do. Okay, someone said I should start from the beginning. Okay. All right, let's take it bit by bit. I said go to your Gmail, click on compose, right? Just to start a new mail, okay? Normally your the recipient's address, that's the email address, and then you write, maybe for the subject you could just write secrets, okay? All right, then, or you could just tag it confidential. All right, so that's for your the subjects and the address. So I would want you to, that was why I asked those that don't have a second email, because I would want you to see at this very particular point what you have done. All right, so once you had composed this email, then set an expiration date. By default, if you're using a Gmail, by default it should be 1 week. Okay, but I would want you to set it to 1 day. All right. So if you're there, I would also want you to check on the SMS passcode. Check on the SMS passcode. My padlock is not working. Why? Okay, so refresh. It's just there. It's not something you need to create. Okay, so please just try and pay attention. All right. We'll all get there. We'll all get there. The first thing you see, you have two boxes to check, right? The first is no SMS passcode. The recipients could just open it, but the difference is the person wouldn't be able to download the file. That's one. The person wouldn't be able to um, copy the file. Is that clear? And the person wouldn't be able to forward that particular email or file. All right. So that's just it. It wouldn't lock it. It will just be there. The recipient will just see what you sent. But at this point, we need to encrypt it. We don't want people to just see it the way they are. Right. So now, all right, that's what I'm going now. That's what I'm doing. Osang. Yeah, that's for Eunice. You're using Outlook. Eunice, are you using Outlook? Are you using Outlook? For those using Outlook, I'm coming to that, right? If you're sending from your Outlook mail, uh-huh. Okay, so for Gmail, this is what you should get, right? So now, are we all there? I want you to check on SMS passcode. I want everyone to check on SMS passcode. Eunice, you could just check on the three dots down right below the bottom right of your compose environment. Just check. You'll see Eunice. Oh, just click on the padlock kindly and Kemi, sorry. All right. So now, have we all done that? I want us to select SMS passcode and then you'll be needing to add a phone number, right? That an OTP will be sent to. Please let's just concentrate. It's simple. Someone would have passed this level. I want you to check on SMS passcode. Okay, check on the SMS passcode, and then you'll be needing to enter. Um. Okay. Okay. I think I need to share my screen at this point. All right. Am I sharing? Confirm if you can see my screen, please. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay, so now here is compose, right? A lot of things I don't know. Oh, sorry, let me get my Let me switch network. Okay. So now, for instance, here you can see my screen, and then for those that, so can you see the padlock? Can you see where I am now? Click on toggle confirmation. Okay, so first, oh Jesus. Sorry, let me switch my network. Okay, for those that said, okay, now can you see confidential mode? Can you see confidential mode here? Then you have set expiration. By default is 1 week, as I said. Okay, now just click on this and then do it just a day, right? Then I was trying to explain the two checks here. One, we have require passcode. All passcodes will be generated by Google. This time around, you're not the one generating the passcode, but because this information has to be confidential, all right? You need someone, you want to be sure that, yes, I must get a passcode from Google. Google will now do the generating of the passcode and send to the number you would provide now. So without the passcode, the person cannot read that message. All right. So now, but if you allow just you allow the whole thing to go and you check on this no SMS or no SMS passcode, it means the person will just read, will not be able to copy or forward or download the mail. But for this particular one, it applies also to when you check on SMS passcode. So when you save it, right? When you save it, you see contact expires September 18, 2024. Who is saying that? Who is saying content expires September 18th, 2024? Okay, please, who just when you see that, click on send. Okay. Okay. Because I did not, okay, let me do peace dots, and then let me do secrets, and then let me do blah 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 blah. Okay, now are we all together? Now when you send this mail, good. So you would see confirm phone numbers. A phone number is required so recipients can verify their identity using an SMS passcode. Do you understand this? So you need to enter, unfortunately here, if you don't have a foreign number here, I will try with our Nigerian number, right? And then we'll see how it goes. Are we all here together? Are we together? So now let us enter plus 2, 3, 4. So enter. Okay, sorry. Okay. Yes, you can find Nigeria, but just start with remove the first zero. Yes, Nigeria is not showing. Message sent. Nigeria is not showing. Yes, I know. So but start with remove the first zero and then enter the rest. Remove the first zero. Yes, I know. The format, remove the first zero and then enter. If yours is 081, remove the zero, then enter 81. Have you sent it? No. Just remove. I just sent mine now. Remove if you're in Nigeria and you're using 080 or 090, remove the first zero. Remove the first zero and then type in the rest. Minus one, minus the zero in front, and then okay. Has any code been sent to you? Ah. Yes, I said remove the first zero. Oh, remove the first zero. Yeah, no code sent. Yes, yes. No, do not include. Yep. Okay, please, Chamaka, I've received the message on my other email. Yes, but you need the code that will be sent to your phone, right? Yes, but can you confirm you've received a mail? Check on the Have you confirmed you've received a mail? Check on your other. Okay, good. So now we are waiting. You need to get a code that will be sent. Were you able to open the mail? Were you able to open the mail? Yes. Oh, that's the problem. All right. Yes. Network. So slow. So slow. No, if you add +234, it wouldn't go. So let's just be at the same pace, one thing at a time. I would now show you how you would. Oh, these are not serious. Why is my network? Hello, please, are we together? All right. Yeah, I expect all of this to happen today. I expect all of this to happen. For those expecting code, can we confirm that you were able to send that email to your other email address? For those that their messages went, were you able to check? Just check and then let me know. No, Elizabeth, it should take you to the phone number page. Okay, good. Jimmy, and I clicked on the mail and opened it because you did not. Yeah, I said there are two check boxes there, right? The first one is no SMS passcode, while the other one has an SMS passcode. So if you do not click on if you clicked on no SMS passcode, it means you will just see it the way it is, right? But the recipient would not um do anything. The person could just view. You can't forward, you can't download and all of that. But what we want to achieve is that mail you got, there should be something written. Can someone tell me what is written on that? And then before we look for how to get our passcode. My own network is even having issues here. Oh, very good. Yep. Very good. Yes, that is what I want to know for now. I received the mail and it asked me to verify my identity. Verify identity. Please, ma, which country states are we using? And because Nigeria is not there, if you're outside the country, you could use and try. Verify identity. Passcode was sent to exactly, yeah, and that is it. Now, my network is a bit slow. Yes, ma, I've received the message from the other mail, but was exactly yes. Okay. Oh, my network. Oh my God. I want to share my screen now, but I don't know why the network is lagging. Okay. Doka said she can't see the message she sent. Okay, refresh. Refresh. I'm stuck here. My network is not even moving. Yes, exactly. Peace, Chamaka. I am in. It's opened. Did you get a passcode? Okay. My network is back now. Okay. Chamaka said she has received her passcode and then she opened. All right. Thank you very much. I think we Chamaka, thank you. Chamaka has received her passcode and then it was able to open hers. So Chiamaka, where are you joining from? Peace, Chiamaka. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So because she's outside Nigeria, if you have another number, it will be faster. Okay, she's in the UK. All right. So that was why she could get her passcode. All right. Yes, you missed something, Titilayo. You missed something. You because you didn't check on the SMS code and the SMS passcode. All right. Okolie Grace, passcode received. That's beautiful. Where are you connected from? Ah, Celine, Esther, Israel. Okolie Grace, where are you from? Where are you connected from? Try. Now, the issue is not the mail. All right. Okay. All right. Verify. All right. Thank you very someone. Okay. Grace, where are you connected from, please? There's something I want to check. Grace, please answer. Where are you connected from? Therefore, we that are in Nigeria, I'll tell us what to do and then how we get our passcode. Grace, where are you connected from? Nigeria. Uh-huh. So what did you do and how did you get your passcode? Hello, Grace. No, we do it in Nigeria. Aderonke, don't get distressed. Don't worry. Nothing. Ozioma, calm down. It's coming. Don't worry. It must not be a smooth ride, right? No, you did not miss anything. Ozioma, you did not miss anything. No, you have not. So now we have a challenge of not receiving a passcode, okay? And then a lot of us are in Nigeria, and one Nigerian has to tell us what she did. It's like she's a cybersecurity professional. She has to tell us what she did, and then she got her passcode. Yes, Grace has received her passcode without issues, and she's in Nigeria. So we're waiting for Grace before I now expose why we cannot get our passcode and how we can get our passcode. Grace, Can you just put it down on the chat? Okolie Grace. She's not talking again, no? Are you sure she got the passcode? Who knows Grace? So Grace has to talk at this point. All right. So now, yes, Grace said she had received and she's keeping quiet. I wonder why she's keeping quiet. Grace, speak up. Everybody should call on Grace at this point. Yeah, she said she's in Nigeria. So now Grace is not saying anything, and she said she's in Nigeria and she had received her passcode. And then everyone is yet to receive except Grace from Nigeria. Now we are calling on Grace to help us out, and she's keeping quiet. This class is going to be interesting, though. All right, so now we are all stocked. Grace is typing. Okay, now we are stocked in this matter. Grace was supposed to bail us out, but Grace has decided to keep quiet. And I wanted to do the bailout, but because Grace said she has gotten hers, I was calling on Grace to help us out, and Grace has refused talking. Now, don't you don't need to worry about that. Rachel, Grace, we are down. Grace doesn't want to speak. Don't worry, we find out how Grace got to get hers done. Oh my God. It's interesting. Yeah, Grace, your namesake is calling. Oh, yes, Gracie. Call on Grace. Call on Grace. Grace has refused talking. We have just 3 minutes before the end of today's class. Guys, it has been interesting. It has been awesome. It has been interactive. Okay, so I would want us at this point to um go to bed. Grace, baby, Grace is a oh God, she probably used the foreign number. She needs to say something. Okay, so now I'm going to keep you on your toes, and then when we come to the next class, we'll unveil how you get your passcode if you're a Nigerian, and then we'll roll from there, right? So I'll keep you in suspense. Thank you so much for today. It's been interactive, it's been exciting, it's been impactful. Thank you, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Please enjoy the rest of the night. Grace has refused to talk. Grace, no. No, we won't accept. Grace has finally spoken up. She said she doesn't know, but she received. All right, maybe she touched something. Okay, so I'll see you guys in our next class. Have a restful night. Bye, everyone. See you guys. Thank you, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. By the next class, I think everybody will now be eager to know how and how Grace God has, and that's all. Thank you. Uh, Good night, everyone.